Kristin's question lesson session where you ask her a bunch of stuff.
What's poppin', Rosebuds?
It's Kristin and welcome back to
Kristin's question lesson session.
Today I have a very special guest joining me right from SWA, which is the Suffolk Wrestling Alliance here on Long Island, Mr. Harold O'Harts himself. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
It's really, really, really awesome to be able to come down here and talk to all your fans. You know, spread some Harold O'Hart cheer.
Exactly. Spread some of your O'Hart. So, Harold and his team over at SWA invited me to sing live on their show coming this Saturday to Deer Park, New York. I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be a ton of fun.
Excited? I'm ecstatic!
Are you?
Oh my god, you're gonna be live. We get to open the show together.
Maybe we'll be like new best friends.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
You're like a really amazing person.
You're a really amazing person.
No, you're really amazing.
No, you're really amazing. I feel like if we spend time together, like we would be like best friends.
Right? I mean, with both your personality, you're all about giving advice, and I'm all about entertainment. Together, we can make some sort of a team.
Yeah. If you want to come to On Frozen Grounds, I will be singing. I'm wearing my Olaf shirt in honor of SWA.
She will be singing Let It Go. I will not give a rendition, of course. I will let her do that. If you guys are interested, Saturday, November 15th, starts at 7 p.m. in Deer Park. If you need any ticket information, Harold O'Hart's Facebook or Suffolk Wrestling Alliance, or you could even ask this chick. She gets the connection.
Got all the connections. So I'll put all that information in the description below if you want to check out all of that. And come on down. I'll be there. Harold will be there. Harold O'Hart's honeys will be there.
The Honey Pot Express will be toot rolling in.
And hopefully some Rosebuds will be there. All right, Rosebuds. So let's get to your questions.
Questions!
What are some songs that you never get sick of listening to?
Never get sick listening to. My theme song, because it's always going to be the best day of my life.
Best day of my life. My life. It's a great song.
It is.
I love All About That Bass by Meghan Trainor. It's my jam right now.
I'm bringing booty back!
Wow! We harmonize well together.
We do. Anyway.
Okay, what are your deal makers with a guy? Yours will be with a girl. My deal makers with a guy, if you're funny, if you're hilarious, if you can make me laugh, you're a shoo-in. And if you're sweet.
If you own a bow tie. If you own a bow tie in that closet, me and you are matched made in heaven.
So if a girl has a bow tie,
I'd marry her on the spot. That, and you like honey. You have to like honey.
May I ask what you would do with that, honey? Ladies, if you hear that, he's single. Little cup, tea, honey, and a bow tie. Guys, be funny and nice to me and you'll be fine.
I'm funny.
And if you have blue eyes.
I have a blue jacket.
Oh, Harold.
I try.
Do you sleep on your back, your side, or your stomach?
Stomach.
Me too!
Oh, that's our new handshake, guys.
Twins. I sleep on my stomach too. I can't sleep if I'm not on my stomach. Unless I'm like exhausted.
Yeah, if I'm laying on my back, I'm feeling like I'm just like floating.
Yeah, I just can't. You know which song you'll be using for your single. Have you been imagining and planning this? So if you guys haven't been following my Twitter this week, I did get word that my first original single will be out in the beginning of 2015. Woo! I'm so excited. I am starting next month, and then it's gonna be released hopefully in January. If not, definitely February.
Will there be a music video?
Maybe.
And ladies and gents, boys and girls, honey pots and half pints, I got to hear a sneak peek of it. If you're gonna check it out, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Harold.
It was. It kind of made me want to actually run away.
I've definitely been imagining this forever, and I've been planning this for probably a year now. We've been trying to get this going, and I've been imagining it since I wrote the song 4 years ago. Oh my god, it's a dream come true, and once it all actually starts, so many feels. I get so many feelies on this show.
You do? Well, I want to talk about feelies. Your music, I mean, I heard it when she was on Legends TV. It brought a tear to my eye. And the fact that you put so much passion and heart in your music and the drive you have. It's good to see entertainment and passion in the world mixed together. I'm going to be the first one in line to get the exclusive single of that.
Oh, thank you, Harold. And if you guys haven't noticed, Harold was on Legends TV with me. He introduced me and he sat and talked with me. And so I'll put that link also in the description below. Check us out on Legends TV.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
Hey, Mr. Ginsburg, she's ready to come back.
I'm ready to come back, Mr.
Anytime.
Ginsburg. Come on, bruh. What would you do if you turned into a guy for a day? And what would you do if you turned into a girl for a day?
If I turned into a girl for the day, I would do the following 3 things. 1, go to Starbucks. Get myself a nice pumpkin spice latte.
You do that already.
But not as a girl.
Okay.
As a girl, it's different. You bring it to a different level when you're a girl. Number 2, I'd let my Ta-Tas hang out. Because, you know what? All that constriction up in there.
So if you were a woman for a day, you would just keep them out?
I'd keep them out, because there's no reason to be restricted. You know what? To hell what society says. And number 3, I would eat as much freaking ice cream as I can. Because, you know what? You women eat ice cream, and it goes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Well, if I was a guy for a day, I'd walk around shirtless. Be the first thing I would do.
Isn't it, like, freed?
Yes, but not as a woman. I don't want my Ta-Tas hanging out.
Yeah, but you would want to feel free, like, cause
yes,
you
but
can't
I'd
walk
want
around like that as a woman.
Exactly, but why would you want to if you were a woman?
Because who cares?
A lot of people. It's
Because
children.
God gave you talent, then you gotta shake the moneymaker.
If God gave you Ta-Tas, you should walk around.
That's what I think.
I would be like the perfect gentleman. I would just go around and do like good deeds like as a gentleman. Show people that like chivalry still exists. But if I was a guy, like I would go out and I'd like find old women, help them cross the street and like hold the door and like pull out chairs. That would be number 2. I'd let my pants sag.
You would be one of those people.
Yeah, I'd walk around with swag because I can't do that as a girl. It's unacceptable in society.
Yeah, no one needs to be seeing that whale tail.
And the last question, what did Candy think about her return experience? I spoke to Candy and she was thrilled. I was actually thrilled with her video. Did you watch Candy Shop from last week? Mm-hmm. What did you think? Well, actually, you'll be on Candy Shop with her this Friday.
Oh. I mean,
she was a little off the mark.
She made me understand Candy Shop by 50 Cent perfectly. And you know what? Nymphs?
Nymphos?
Nymphos.
Mm.
That's new.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
you can guide her a little.
Maybe she could show me what sugar, honey, and iced tea really means.
So this week's topic is going to be bullying. I know that bullying has been a really big thing with SWA. During the shows we have some bullying issues and I know you've been a victim of bullying, I've been a victim of bullying. So I figured that we could talk about it. It'd be a really good topic for this week, especially with the show coming up and with wrestling and fighting. I just figured that is a really serious issue nowadays and that is something that we really need to talk about with everybody. So I had you guys send me your questions via Twitter and let's get started. Have you ever been bullied, or have you been a bully? How did you handle it? Okay, lay it all out on the table. I think everyone has definitely been a bully at least once in their life, whether they've meant to or whether they haven't, but like everyone has in some way, shape, or form.
I agree.
Not that I was a bully, it's not like I ever like went up to somebody and like pushed them around or I was ever mean, but there was one point in my life where I was really bitter and I just didn't like anybody anymore and I was having a lot of issues with myself and at home and I took it out on other people and I would be mean to people and I would say things I didn't mean. And there was probably a month or 2 where I just wasn't myself and I was just bitter and I was numb and just didn't care about anything, and I think that is really what bullies are made of. I think that no one wants to be a bully. I don't think anyone thinks about being a bully like, oh hey, tomorrow I'm gonna be a bully because it's funny. I think that it always stems from something that happens to somebody and then they take it out on other people. I think that bullies are just people who are hurting and bullies are people who need some sort of help and need to really dig deep and see what's going on in their minds because they're having some sort of struggle within themselves that they're
conflict, right?
That they're taking on other people.
Inner battle with each other.
Yeah, I think I was definitely just bitter and I wasn't as kind as I should have been back when I was probably about 11.
We've all been there, you know.
We've definitely all been there.
Where's Harold been? Harold was part of SWA for about 5 years and he took almost a 2-year hiatus. And Harold went to a dark place, you know, and it got very tough. I didn't want to do a lot of things and I thought wrestling and being a part of this team, this family was just wrong. And I took it out on the wrong people, and you know, this is my moment to probably apologize. And I know I've said it to them 1,000 times, but you know, truly from my heart, you know, when it comes down to it, you always have to believe what's in your heart. You can't believe what everybody else tells you because everybody else can tell you the sky's green. And if you believe that, then please get some glasses. I am truly sorry. And sometimes there is that struggle and you have to fight through it. You may be having a wrong day, but the next person you're about to yell at, scream at, bully at, you just made his day as worse as your day was.
And so what does that do? What is that? Does that make you feel better? Because like, oh, okay, now I'm not the only one having a bad day. You're never the only one having a bad day.
It's like a moment that they feel like, okay, wow, I can take my pain out on somebody else, and in that moment when it's gone, you feel 10 times worse, because not only did you hurt somebody else, you upset yourself in the process.
Exactly. And I definitely was bullied. I was bullied in elementary school by one girl who shall not be named. But I was bullied for a really long time. There were days from kindergarten until 3rd grade. I cried every morning because I did not want to go to school because the bully was in my class every year and it was terrible. And I didn't make my first friend until 3rd grade. That was tough. I'm sure they just had a lot of things going on. I'm sure that, you know, it was just something they were trying to deal with and they took it out on me because I had gap teeth and I was a little chubby and I dressed like a boy. Just because somebody's different than you are doesn't mean that they're below you. Just because somebody has different views or somebody has a different style or somebody has a different personality, just because they're different from you doesn't make them worse than you. And I think that a lot of us forget that, and a lot of us are so quick to judge somebody based off of their appearance without really getting to
Honestly, if you saw me in the street, what would you think of me?
I would hug you.
If you guys don't know SWA, it's the survival of the fittest place, man. If you're not on top, you're on the bottom. And if you're on the bottom, you have to claw your way to the top. Harold O'Hart, me, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I'm an entertainer. I'm a dancer. I'm the kind of guy who wants to send you home with a smile. And there's a couple of people in the back who apparently don't think that's what wrestling should be all about. It should be all about the hard knuckle, the pushing, the hits to the head, the chair shots. I'm not going to say names because I don't feel like being strangled on Saturday. But there's a couple of people out there who, since I've returned, have made it a point of pushing me, knocking me down, taking my hat and stepping on it. It's, you know what? I'm not gonna say they're a bully, but there comes a time and a place where when is enough enough? And it's not fair.
It isn't fair. And bullying is tough. Bullying happens every single day. And, you know, maybe it's time that you confront your bully.
Maybe she's right.
Maybe just some things have to happen. You know, you will know the time and place where it's, you know, it's time to confront your bully, whether something really bad happens, whether, you know, maybe you see them vulnerable or maybe, you know, enough is enough, but don't get down to their level. But definitely stick up for yourself.
So what you're saying is don't let people walk all over you.
Yes, never. It's not worth it. Why? Why? Because who's better than you?
Nobody. Nobody's better than you.
Exactly.
You are who you are, and you are just as
Nobody's
good as the next
better
person.
than anybody else. Nobody's better than... I'm not better than Harold because I can sing. Harold isn't better than me because he has more money than I do. It doesn't make you better than anybody else. You be you. Everyone, we're all equal. We're all people. We all have feelings, whether people show it or not. Everyone has feelings and everyone gets upset and everyone gets happy, and it's a tough thing. It's a really tough situation, but do not let people walk all over you.
I agree. You're very well said, Miss Kristin.
Thank you. How do you help a friend who is being bullied or who is a bully? I mean, pretty much was what we were saying before, that, you know, if they're not going to stick up for themselves, then you go ahead and you stick up for them.
I agree. I mean, look at just last show. I was being bullied by somebody, and a very lovely individual ran out from, she's never met me before. Mm-hmm. She ran out, she hit the ring, she got in there, and she stuck up for me because she didn't want to see how the heart be bullied anymore.
And how did that make you feel? For real?
Well, first of all, she took my breath away. Literally, I fell backwards in like shock.
But in all seriousness, how did you feel when you saw that there was somebody out there who would stick up for you?
To know that there was somebody out there that actually took the time and the effort to care about me, it made me feel like I was on a huge high.
Exactly.
It was by far the best feeling in the world.
And you know, there have been times I was having conflicts with people and I wasn't sticking up for myself, and there were times where my friends have jumped in and my friends have been there for me, and my friends said, hey, if you're not going to say something, I'm going to. And that's an amazing feeling. If you're going to be that friend to stick up for your friend, do it. But also try and be that friend that gets your friend that is being bullied to stick up for themselves. Try and be that backbone, try and be that rock to show them that they can stick up for themselves, that they don't need anyone to save them. And the last question for today is, what if you are the bully? I'm not, but it's a question others might be afraid to ask.
Well, if you are the bully, you've already did the first step, what we were talking about this entire segment, is asking for help. You know, if you're bitter, angry, and upset inside, stop taking it out on people. We've already said, you know, it's not going to solve anything. What you did, and even if you are the bully, you may not be, but if you are, and you're seeking advice, talk to people. If you want to cry, you could cry. If you know, just let it out. Talk to somebody. You know, that's what I'll have to say. What do you think?
That's, you know, it's pretty much the same thing that we were saying before. Is that when people are being a bully, it's because that they're struggling with something within themselves and they feel like they need to take it out on somebody else to make them feel better. So if you can at least recognize the fact that you are taking it out on other people, then that's at least a good thing.
Exactly.
And if you think that you're doing that, then figure out, okay, what am I struggling with first? And then second, how can I fix it? And if you need to talk to somebody, then talk to somebody. If you need to do something or fix something, then go and do it. But taking it out on somebody else isn't going to make you feel any better. It's just going to make you feel 10 times worse. And it's going to be one big cycle. Exactly. Then you're going to make them feel horrible, and then they're going to start blaming somebody else, and it's going to be one horrible chain reaction. And it's not going to solve anything. You're going to create more problems, and you're going to be 10 times more miserable. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Harold, I will plug all of your stuff in at the bottom.
As well as Suffolk Wrestling Alliance.
Yes, SWA. Go check out their Facebook page. I'll put all that information in the description below. Click it. Come to the show if you're on Long Island. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's going to be a lot of singing and action
and great entertainment.
Great entertainment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, share it, comment what you want to see next week. Stay tuned for my cover that'll be out this Wednesday, and also a new candy shop that'll be out on Friday featuring Harold DeHart. Woo! It's a week of Harold. If you guys have any questions that you want to talk about, you don't want to tweet me, you can email me, advicefromkristen@gmail.com. I answer once a week, so do that as well, and we'll see you guys next week. Stay happy, stay positive, and rosebuds, I'll smell you later!